Good morning, students. Welcome to today's section. So myself, your Devi ma'am, EVS teacher, and yesterday we have started our new chapter, right? Which chapter we have started? Solid, liquid, and gases, right? And today we are going to discuss about the topic change of state. Okay. So going into this topic, we will see the recap of the yesterday's topic, right? Yesterday we have discussed what are the three states of matter, right? What is the matter? Anything which occupies the space, mass, and has the unique properties. It is called as a matter. Matter is made up of the tiny particles, right? Which we cannot able to see with our naked eye. And then there are three states of matter are there: solid, liquid, and gases. Then we have seen what are the properties of solid, liquids, and gases. And today we will discuss about the change of state. Okay. So first, arrangement of the particle. So there are three division I have given. First one is called as a solid, second one is called as a liquid, and third one it is called as a gases. So first we will discuss about the solids. See there. So here they have the little interparticulate space and they have the high interpreted force. So what they are telling, the force of attraction will be very fast. Okay, the force of attraction will be very strong. The space will be very less. So the particles can vibrate and they do not move from one place to another. So for this reason they have the solid fixed shape and fixed volume. And then since the particles they do not move or slide past one another, so they do not flow from one place to another. So the flow is not present in the solid. So they are very rigid in nature. Example, stone, ice, etc. And then second one, liquid. Here they have the more space between them and the force of attraction will be little less. Compared to solid, the force of attraction will be very less. So the particles can slide past one another. So they do not have the fixed shape, but they will take place shape of the container. So the liquid have the fixed volume, but they do not have the fixed shape. So since the particles can move or slide one another, they have an extra property that is called as a flow. So the water can flow from one place to another. Example, water and oil. And then come to the gases. Here they have the more space and the force of attraction will not be present there. So the particles can move about freely and they can leave the container if it is open. If the container is any open, it can leave from that place. So they do not have the fixed shape and they do not have the fixed volume. So the particles move or slide past one another very easily. They also flow easily. So example, steam and oxygen. So in this slide they are discussing about what are the common properties of solid, liquid, and gases, right? Today we are going to see about change of state. How the solids are converted into the liquid. How the liquids are converted into gases. And then how the gases are converted into the solid, right? So before entering into this topic, we will see one example, right? Have you ever seen the ice cubes? Right? Now what you are going to do, you are going to take the ice here, right? Now what happened, the ice in which form? The ice is in solid form, right? And keep the ice cubes at outside. After some time what happened, the ice will started melting and they will convert into the liquid, right or not? Now the solid is converted into the liquid. Now again put the melted water back to the freezer. What will happen? The water will be slowly converting into the ice, right? So here what they are discussing? They are discussing about the substance. They can change the state either by heating process or by cooling process, right? Now listen the slide. Substance which can change the state usually when they are heated or cooled. So for example, if you take the ice cubes are in solid form. Keep it outside for some time. it will start melting, and then it will turn into the water, that is a liquid. If you put the same melted water back to the freezer, what will happen? It will solidify, and after some time it will come back to the ice, right or not? So for changing this process, right, solid can be converted into liquid, again the liquid can be converted into the solid, right? We need some process name, right? So here we are going to discuss about the four important process. First one, it is called as a melting. Second one, it is called as a solidification. Third one, it is called as a vaporization. And fourth one, it is called as a condensation. So for changing the state, solid to liquid, liquid to gas, again gas to solid. So for changing this state, there are four important processes we are going to learn: melting, solidification, vaporization and condensation. So first, we will learn about our melting. What do you mean by the term melting? So here two processes we are using. One, we are going to heat or we are going to cool. Okay. So see the very first line, substance can change the state usually when they are heated or cool. Okay. Either we have to heat that one or we have to cool. So first see the melting. Melting is the process. In which category we are using the melting process? For converting the solid into liquid. So melting is the process by which the solid changes into the liquid on heating. For example, melting of a wax. Have you seen the candle? The candle is a solid, right? Now light up the candle. Now what happened? After slowly it will start melting into liquid. How they are melting? Before it was a solid only, but after giving the heating, what will happen? Slowly the solid candle is melting down. Melting is converted into the liquid. So we know that the solids are closely packed with each other and they have the strong force of attraction, right? Now when the solid is heated, what will happen? The particles are gaining the heat energy. So after gaining the heat energy, what will happen? It will increases the motion of the particles. Slowly the solid is converting into the liquid. The particles which are tightly packed with each other, they are losing its power. So when the solid is heated to the certain temperature, what will happen? The particles, the closely packed particles become loose. So the regular structures will break up. After breaking, what will happen? The solid, it melts into the liquid. So the temperature, we have to note the temperature. The temperature which the solid changes into liquid, it is called as a melting point. So different solids, they will have the different melting points. I am repeating again, listen students, very important topic, change of state. How the state changes, that is conversion of solid into liquid, liquid into gas, either by heating process or by cooling process, right? So there are four important processes for the change of state. First one melting, second one vaporization, third one solidification, and fourth one it is called as a condensation. So first we are discussing about the melting. So here melting, the solid can be converted into liquid by providing the heat. So for example, melting of the wax. So wax is said to be the solid. Remember the solid properties. They have the strong force of attraction and they have the less space between them. When you are lighting up the candle, what will happen? You are providing the heat. So now what happened? When the solid is heated, the inside particles, they will gain more energy. So the rise in the energy, what will happen? It will increases the motion of the particle. Motion means movement of the particles. Slowly the force of attraction will become loose and the particles slowly they are converting into the liquid. So at a particular point, what will happen? The solids, they are converted into the liquid. So the temperature at which the solid are fully converted into liquid, it is called as a melting point. So different solids, they will have the different melting points. And then solidification. Solidification means same. First melting, the solid is converted into liquid. Here in solidification, the liquid is converted into the solid by cooling process. In melting, we are going to provide the heat, but here we are going to cool down the process. Now see, solidification is the process by which the liquid changes into solid state on cooling. The particles in the liquid are loosely packed and are able to slide over each other. When the liquid is cooled, what happens? The particles will lose the energy. So this loss in energy, what will happen? It will decrease the motion of particles. So when a liquid is cooled to a certain temperature, the particles come very close to each other and the force of attraction will be increasing. So when they're close to each other, they will be arranging in a regular pattern. So here what happened? Slowly the liquid started changing into the solid state. So here the temperature at which the liquid changes into solid, it is called as a freezing point. Example, solidification of a ghee. Converting the ghee. Okay, how the milk is converted into ghee, solidification. Can able to understand, students? Solidification means what? Converting the liquid into the solid by the process of cooling. For example, take the ice water, take the water, put it in the freezer for something. What will happen? Here the water, it is in the liquid form. After given the cooling process, what will happen? The particle, the liquid, they will loses the energy. So the loss in energy, what happened? After the energy is lost, the motion of the particles will not move from each other. At a particular temperature, what happened? The particles will come very close to each other. So they have the more force of attraction. So at last what happened? Completely the liquid is converted into the solid. Here also the temperature plays a vital role. The temperature at which the liquid changes into solid, it is called as a freezing point. Example, solidification of a ghee. So today we have discussed about the melting and the solidification process, right? So write the IBR question. What do you mean by the term melting and what do you mean by the term solidification? Okay.